Hi everyone, and welcome to another anatomy painting video. So in this video we're going to be looking and showcasing the adductors, the group of muscles that sit on the medial aspect of the upper thigh. Now, as you can probably tell by their name, they're mainly responsible for adduction of the hip, so bringing the leg in towards the body. Okay. Now, you can see that I've already painted on the Gracilis, and I did that to showcase the pes anserinus tendon in an earlier video. The Gracilis is a thin muscle, and it originates from the pubic symphysis in the hip, and it runs down and inserts, as I've already mentioned, into the pes anserinus tendon below the knee. So the first muscle that I've started painting here is the Adductor Magnus. Now the Adductor Magnus is basically a big sheet, and it's the deepest of all of the adductor muscles. All the other adductors kind of sit on top of it, which is why I painted it on first, and then I'll start adding on and sticking some stuff over the top later on. Sometimes the Adductor Magnus is referred to as the fourth hamstring. And this is because it has an ability not only to adduct the leg, but also to extend the hip. So I'm just adding on some of the detailing of the Adductor Magnus. And then in a moment, I'll start adding some of the other adductors over the top. So all of the other adductors, as I've mentioned, sit on top of the Adductor Magnus. A cool fact about the Adductor Magnus is it has a kind of hole in the bottom of it, which I've painted on. And that's to allow the femoral artery to pass from the front of the leg to the back as it goes down the leg. So it's quite a cool little fact for you there. So I'm starting to detail some of the other adductor muscles now. The smallest muscle would be the pectineus. We then move on to the Adductor Brevis, and finally the Adductor Longus. As you can tell by the name, the Adductor Longus is the longest of those muscles. Some people get a little bit confused because they think, well, longus has long in the name, but the Adductor Magnus is bigger, so why is that? Well, it's because Adductor Magnus is this big sheet, whereas longus is a little bit of a thinner, kind of longer muscle. So one of the ways many of my students like to remember the adductor muscles is to think about three ducks pecking at grass. So the three ducks are referring to the Adductor Brevis, the Adductor Longus, and the Adductor Magnus, and they're pecking, which is referring to the pectineus, and then the grass would be the Gracilis. So three ducks pecking at grass. And that's one way that people like to remember those muscles. And now I'm just going to throw a picture up of the muscles overall. I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.